Alright, so finally got my bike fixed and we're gonna do some trail riding today. We're just gonna hit a few trails that I know, and yeah, so we'll do some trail riding. The other two still ain't back from their holiday yet, but I think they're back in 2 more days, which is good. They'll be back probably by the time this video comes up. I'm not sure though, depends how quickly I edit it. But they'll be back, and I think they're gonna do a video on where they went and what they're doing. So yeah, but anyway, I'll get us to the trails and we'll get cracking. Rode for probably an odd 20 minutes. I'm at the top of the trail that I want to head down first. Don't have a name for it or anything yet. I guess that can be a job for you guys in the comments to name this track. Right now we call it either the Gunfights Trail because it connects off a road, or I sometimes call it the track I wanted to show Finn, because originally I found this track and I named it on Strava. I want to show my mate Finn the track. So anyway, we need a better name for it, so you can come up with a name for the track. It's pretty alright. We haven't filmed on it once before. We never made a video out of it because Oscar was shooting in 4K and my computer is not very good at processing stuff that's a few years old, and so don't have the footage of us originally going down this track. Last time was pretty slippery. Thankfully today seems to be reasonably dry. Got new brakes. Last time I didn't have any as we came down here, so I should be able to pick up a bit more speed and tear through it. Yeah, the track flows pretty well. You get some decent speed. Further down, there's a few obstacles, there's a few fallen trees as well. And it's got a very large mixture of things. Right here, there's some rocky kind of stuff, a bit slippery. There's still a little jump along the track, not man-made. None of the tracks out here are, just the ones we've edited. They're just like logs that I guess got dirt piled on them over time, people riding them. Here's a slippery section through here. Take that a little slower. Actually take this line. Yep. Slippery down here. Whoa. Alright. Got our first fallen tree of many. Usual techie section. Probably not going my fastest today. I am on my own. Don't really want to stack when I'm about an odd 8 or 9 k's from my place. So I ain't gonna do anything ridiculous. As we go down, we're coming to the end of the kind of more techie top, and we're getting to maybe a bit flat, maybe another slide up, a bit flat for another 10 odd, 15 odd meters. Got a bit of climbing to do. Getting to me granny gears, as my dad calls them. And get climbing. Ooh. Alright. We're at the top of the the final third, I guess, of the track. And this is what I would call the flowy half. Yeah, it's kind of cool. These little roller drop jump things. Pretty sandy. Drop. Is it another one? Oh, almost came off. But yeah, it's pretty slippery. Don't mind those. Yeah, it's a pretty good little section. It's better if it wasn't as probably someone that could actually take care of this track. Wasn't in national park, could become good. Like, you get decent speed, the sand. Don't know if that would ever go if you were to do it professionally. It kind of adds a tech element to it. You've got to be careful when you jump. You saw up there because I literally came off on the simplest drop. And then coming up here is a pretty cool bit. Final obstacle. If you're on a motorbike, you can do it right here. Just then, kind of like a berm. It's like, if you've done Mariners Run at Forest, it's got a similar kind of dig out kind of style to the Bermy River sections there. That one thing. Can't get enough speed on the bike though. Anyway, that was a track that doesn't really have a name yet. So if you have one, chuck it below in the comments. And about to go off a big Alright, so that was a time lapse of me doing Grotto Frog, which is that hill. Yeah, anyway, made it what, 10 odd meters up the hill, not even, before I spun up and buggered myself. So we're gonna hit a bit of a cruisy kind of trail now. It's a bit flatter, but it has some, it's pretty flowy and it's got some things that we call pretty much like a natural pump track. We call them whoop-de-whoops. Bit of an odd name, but whatever. My mate Arthur calls them that, and then I kind of just kept calling it to them from that point forward. Right here, and we get our first kind of taste of the whoop-de-whoops right here. So these aren't man-made, but they're what we learnt to pump on, pretty much. They're our pump tracks. Not sure how they're made, but they're there, and they're pretty fun to ride. Yeah. Get through it. Now the main what kind of sections coming up. see, B right through all these. Over the Corona thing, he perfected the timing of pumping on them, and he can get through this whole section. It doesn't actually have that many of them. About the same pace I'm going at now, without minimal pedaling really, only on these kind of flatter sections. I'll have to film him doing that someday, but he's out of action with no bike. But we'll keep going down anyway. Some more. The last little section of the track, oh, the wind's picking up. It's where they are most, I guess, prominent, which is this little section here. Pretty much one every, well, pack of them every 10 or so meters. And yeah, that was track number 2, or tracks. We rode on about 3 of them. We'll go to our jump, which has been filmed at a lot. And I don't know how many of you know this, we did mention it in the video. Our shovels were stolen. So jumps, got a few incomplete jumps down there. Parks have taken our shovels. Thankfully, at least yet, they haven't taken down our jump, which we spent a lot of time on over the summer, and where we started our YouTube channel at. For anyone who was there back then and saw our OG videos, we're still fairly new, but when we shot on a Hero 3 Plus, so yeah, it's been there. But anyway, the shovels have been taken, sadly. The jump's incomplete. It's jumpable. I've jumped it many times. We got it's a pretty good jump. We got a good lip on it and everything. It's tabletop, but it's just, you can't actually pedal into the jump or you over jump it, because we never like extended it to its full length. But going back here, I think if you want to see the jump, a bit more footage of the jump here, I think it's still up, our Game of Bike video. I'll put that in an iCard. Basically, here it is. This is my first time going down it with brakes for probably 6 months. So I should be able to pick up a decent amount of speed. And do some tricks. So that was run 1. Probably not very interesting. So I'll probably just do some music and just the best clips and runs of me on this for a little while. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so I'm back in the shed because I did film an outro earlier, but it didn't record, so I'll do one now. thanks for riding today. Since you made this far, you may as well give it a like, and if you want to, subscribe and let us know in the comments. Comment down I subscribed, and want or something on the lines of that, and we'll reply back to your comment and all that. So I reckon I'm gonna make this into a new series. It's gonna be a series whenever I'm on my own or I'm with a mate and I'm not with Oscar and Jack. So I'm gonna call this new series Afternoons with Archie. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the afternoon. I don't know, I just came up with the name while I was writing. Let me know if you actually reckon the name's okay. And yeah, so thanks for riding, and I'll see you in the next one.